week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
All the time sparring against world champions, and I go toe-to-toe with them. So I'm going to do it because I know I can, and I know I'll beat these guys.
Jake, I spoke to your mother today. She said that John Fury's comments were disgusting and vulgar. Of course, I'm referring to that press conference you had on BT Sport. Your thoughts?
I don't really give a shit, you know? I think he's an entertaining man. He's a little bit cringe, but, you know, it is what it is, and it's all entertainment at the end of the day, so bring it on. You know, Tyson Fury has a loud mouth, his dad has a loud mouth, but they couldn't back it up, so I label all of them bitches.
Okay. Tyson Fury said that nobody cares about you, that you're nothing to Tommy Fury doesn't need you, and told you to go suck a dick. So, you know, when the heavyweight champion of the world's saying these things, what's going through your mind?
You know, if no one cares about me, then why are you talking about me?
Those are the words of Jake Paul as he calls John, Tyson, and Tommy Fury all bitches. Let me counterpunch. Jake Paul is a guy that has a huge platform on YouTube. And anytime you have a platform, anytime you have a following, you have power, you have momentum, okay? And you have your audience, and your audience will support you. And I think at the end of the day, I think that Jake Paul is a guy that has became infamous for the same thing that's making him very popular. Okay, I think that Tommy Fury pulling out of that fight was bad. I feel also, regardless of if he was hurt or not, he should have had a physical before he took that fight. Because see, people will always will say now, hey, Tommy got out of that fight because he was afraid of what could happen in that fight. You know, because it was kind of weird that, you know, he went from one day, hey, man, I'm winning the lottery, to the next day, hey, man, I can't fight because I had this infection and I had this going on with my ribs. But then you see Tyson Fury jamming a damn medicine ball on his whole midsection. You know what I mean? Think about it. A guy that big, Tyson Fury, jamming a medicine ball, right? On this guy's ribs, on his solar plexus, everywhere. But then, oh, well, I couldn't spar and I got touched there and it was just too much. So, you know, again, I don't have all the info, but I do know what I saw. And what you saw is kind of hard to unsee. You know, and what you see is belief, and seeing is believing. And him saying, hey, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, and, you know, I'm totally sorry, and he had all these medical things, this, that, and the other. You know, it's like, well, man, what time frame did you have to feel this bad? You know what I mean? I don't know. But it does look that way in a sense. Tommy Fury is supposed to fight Jake Paul. Right? You know what I mean? Or because that 2 weeks before thing is with Furies is becoming too redundant. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at Tyson Fury, remember, regardless of, you know, people forgot about that quickly. But the fight between him and Deontay Wilder was supposed to be on July 24th. Okay. And 2 weeks before that, like the 16th or something, they called it off due to COVID, and, you know, no one bought that. So, you know, Tommy Fury just pulling out of fights, it just makes the Furies look like they just do things intentionally, even though it might not be, if that makes sense. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Jake Paul calling all of the Tysons some bitches. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.